I don't know about y'all, but I feel like Ariana DeBose is at the point of her career where she doesn't care what role she selects. In her mind, she's probably thinking, you know what? I am an Academy Award-winning actress. I ain't got shit else to prove to y'all. And if that is the case, I respect it. But at the same time, she probably should find herself a new agent. So, Love Hurts is a brand new action comedy film. The film is directed by Jonathan Eusebio, and it stars Ke-Huy Quan, Ariana DeBose, Marshawn Lynch, and Daniel Wu. Marvin is a Milwaukee realtor who receives a crimson envelope from Rose, a former partner in crime whom he left for dead. He now finds himself thrust back into a world of ruthless hitmen and double crosses that turn his open houses into deadly war zones. Just from reading that plot alone, this sounds like something that should have came out in the 80s or 90s. If this movie had come out around that time, this would have done numbers. But here we are now in 2025, and from some of the reviews that I've seen, it looks like there are some people who are not rocking with this movie. But y'all, I gotta be honest, I had a fun time with this movie, I cannot lie. Whether you liked the movie or didn't, one thing you gotta admit is that the action scenes carried the hell out of this project. There is a lot of, as I like to call it, kick-assery in this film. The camera work was perfect, the choreography was on point, the hit registrations were brutal, and overall, it just looked awesome. So I did a little bit of research on the director, and it turns out the guy is a fight choreographer and a stunt coordinator, and a stuntman at that. So no wonder the action was incredible. What's funny is that the action in this movie reminded me a lot of the choreography and the camera work from Everything Everywhere All at Once, and the brutality of Nobody. There is one scene where Ke-Huy Quan is fighting off a couple of henchmen, and we're looking at the fight from the perspective of a microwave spinning. It is moments like that that makes me love action. And while we have great action, you have a great leading protagonist. Ke-Huy Quan is the textbook definition of generational talent. He is so good in this movie, almost a little too good. His co-stars are like here, but he is like right here. When it came to bringing in the action, he was great. When it came to bringing in the heartfelt moments, he was great. Even the subtle humor, he was still just as fantastic. After his award-winning performance from Everything Everywhere All at Once, I wanted more leading roles from that guy. Even if the movie is not that great, I'm still gonna go watch it in support of him because he deserves it. Along with the action, the entire movie rests on his shoulders. And I cared for his character the most out of everybody. I high-key forgot how funny Marshawn Lynch is. In this movie, he legitimately plays himself and it works. He was funny as hell in Bottoms and he is funny as hell here. Marshawn knew exactly what kind of movie this was and he just leaned right into the cheesiness. Also, this movie has a really short runtime of 1 hour and 20 minutes. I appreciate that. Is it me, or are we starting to see a resurgence of 90-minute movies back in the theaters? Works for me, let's keep it going. But you know who's not keeping it going? Ariana DeBose. I done said it once and I will say it again. Ariana DeBose is an incredibly talented actress. We all know this. But dude, she is having like the worst post-Oscars run I have ever seen in like forever. This is the equivalent of Chris Evans' run post-Endgame, with a couple of exceptions. But I feel like Ariana is just kind of like, you know what, whatever pays the bills, I don't care. And look, again, I respect that, but she might have to fire her agent. Her character in this movie is so one-dimensional that I literally could not care less about her. Rose's character is written more thin than Bianca's dress at the Grammys. Like, I genuinely did not care for Rose. Like, she could die and it wouldn't affect me in the slightest. You could argue majority of the supporting characters are one-dimensional, but Rose's character, she was written the worst. Her character was more generic than this entire plot. Now, let's be honest. This is a pretty simple plot that you've all seen a million times. Guy was in a former crime organization. He turns his life around, becomes a better person. Then he has to temporarily go back into that life of crime, just to cut all loose ends. Then he goes back to his regular good guy life. You know what I mean? In this movie, while there is some humor that's good, there is some humor that's really not good. Some of these jokes felt like they were written as a first draft and they ran with it anyways. Also, there is like this weird love relationship that forms between the poet assassin and one of Marvin's realtors. I don't know if that was supposed to be funny or serious. I laughed, the audience laughed, maybe it was supposed to be funny, or maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but regardless, it's there. But in the end, guys, while Love Hurts has its flaws, it definitely has its pros. But I think I had enough of a fun time with this movie to say, you know what? This wasn't bad. I enjoyed myself. If you're coming for just Ke-Huy Quan and the action, I think you will be pretty satisfied. So, plugging Love Hurts. Into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pass zone. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for Love Hurts. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about the film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why is Ke-Huy Quan the GOAT? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one.